Historical battle, Khmer vs. Champa, 12th century. Ancient rivals, fierce clashes. In the vibrant tapestry of ancient Southeast Asia, two powerful kingdoms frequently clashed. The sprawling Khmer Empire, centered at Angkor, and the maritime Kingdom of Champa, stretching along what is now central Vietnam. For centuries, their histories were intertwined with periods of trade, cultural exchange, and more often, brutal warfare. The 12th century, in particular, saw their rivalry reach a dramatic peak, marked by invasions, shifting fortunes, and epic battles that shaped the destiny of both realms. What fueled these intense conflicts? Who were the formidable leaders that led their armies into battle? And what were the decisive moments that etched their names into the annals of history? Join us as we delve into the epic 12th century clashes between the Khmer and Champa, a period of relentless struggle for dominance. Chapter 1. Seeds of conflict and early engagements. The rivalry between Khmer and Champa was long-standing, predating the 12th century. Both were expansionist powers, vying for control over lucrative trade routes that traversed the Southeast Asian mainland and seas. Champa, with its strong naval tradition, commanded key coastal areas, while the Khmer Empire, with its vast agricultural hinterland, sought to extend its influence eastward. In the early 12th century, the Khmer Empire was undergoing a period of immense strength and ambition under King Jayavarman II, reigned 1113 c. 1150 CE, the builder of Angkor Wat. Jayavarman II harbored grand imperial designs, launching campaigns not only against Champa, but also against Dai Viet, the Vietnamese kingdom to the north. A major Khmer offensive against Champa occurred around 1145 CE. Jayavarman II's forces successfully invaded Champa, capturing its capital, Vijaya, near modern-day Quy Nhon, Vietnam. This invasion led to a period of Khmer occupation, with Jayavarman VII even placing a puppet ruler on the Cham throne. However, this control proved difficult to maintain, and Cham resistance eventually forced the Khmer to withdraw. These early 12th century conflicts set the stage for the more dramatic events to come, demonstrating both the Khmer's military might and Champa's fierce independence. Chapter 2. The Cham counterattack of 1177 CE. The most famous and devastating conflict of the 12th century erupted in 1177 CE, a moment that would forever be seared into the Khmer collective memory. Under the leadership of King Jayavarman IV of Champa, the Cham launched a daring and audacious counterattack that caught the Khmer Empire completely by surprise. Instead of a traditional land invasion, the Cham executed a brilliant naval assault. Their fleet sailed up the Mekong River, then navigated the Tonle Sap River, reaching the very heart of the Khmer Empire, the Great Lake, Tonle Sap itself. From there, they advanced on the Khmer capital, Yasodharapura, Angkor. The Cham forces successfully sacked and plundered Angkor, wreaking havoc on the city and its sacred temples. In this devastating attack, the reigning Khmer king, Tribhuvanadityavarman, was killed. This event was a profound humiliation for the Khmer Empire, shattering the illusion of their invincibility and deeply impacting their faith in the divine protection offered by their Hindu deities. It highlighted the Cham's mastery of naval warfare and their strategic brilliance. Chapter 3. Jayavarman VII's Vengeance and Conquest of Champa. The Cham victory of 1177 was short-lived, for it awakened the greatest of all Khmer kings, Jayavarman VII. Reigned 81 months, 1218 CE. Having been away, possibly in Champa itself, during the invasion, Jayavarman VII returned to a shattered capital and a demoralized people. He swiftly set about expelling the Cham invaders and consolidating his power, eventually becoming king in 1181 CE. Jayavarman VII, a devout Mahayana Buddhist, viewed the Cham invasion as a cosmic injustice that demanded decisive action. He dedicated his early reign to vengeance and the re-establishment of Khmer glory. His forces, led by able generals, launched multiple campaigns against Champa. A decisive moment came around 1190 CE. The Khmer army, reportedly led by a Cham prince, named Vidyanandana, who had defected to Jayavarman VII, decisively defeated the Cham. They captured the Cham capital Vijaya and even took King Jayavarman IV prisoner, sending him back to Angkor. The Khmer then occupied Champa, even attempting to administer it as a province. Champa was divided into two vassal kingdoms for a period, with appointed rulers under Khmer suzerainty. This occupation lasted for nearly 2 decades, from around 1203 to 1220 CE. Chapter 4. The Aftermath, Shifting Landscapes, and Lasting Impacts. The long period of Khmer occupation severely impacted Champa, leading to political instability and internal strife within the Cham realm. However, maintaining control over such a distant and resistant territory proved to be a drain on the Khmer Empire's resources. By 1220 CE, the Khmer voluntarily withdrew their forces from Champa. This withdrawal was likely due to a combination of factors: the ongoing cost of occupation, internal issues within the Khmer Empire itself, and potentially the continued resistance from Cham factions. While Champa regained its independence, the conflicts of the 12th century had left both kingdoms weakened. Lasting impacts: Khmer Empire. The Cham invasion of 1177 profoundly impacted Khmer society and religion. It is believed to have contributed to the shift from Hinduism to Mahayana Buddhism under Jayavarman VII, who sought a new spiritual protector for his people. The massive construction projects undertaken by Jayavarman VII, fueled by the desire for revenge and the need to restore divine favor, were also a direct consequence of these wars. Champa. The repeated invasions and periods of occupation severely weakened Champa's political structure and economic stability. Though it regained independence, it never fully recovered its former strength and would continue to face pressures from both Khmer and, increasingly, Dai Viet. Conclusion: a legacy of fire and stone. The 12th century conflicts between the Khmer Empire and Champa were more than just territorial disputes. They were a defining chapter in the history of mainland Southeast Asia. They showcased periods of remarkable military prowess, devastating defeats, and the unwavering will to survive against powerful adversaries. From the audacious Cham naval raid on Angkor to the relentless Khmer campaigns of vengeance, these battles carved the destinies of kings and empires in fire and stone. They left behind not only ruins and inscriptions, but also a profound legacy that influenced the art, architecture, and religious landscape of both the Khmer and Cham civilizations for centuries to come. What aspect of these historical battles do you find most compelling? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more journeys into the depths of ancient conflicts.